fighting!
No!
Ho-ho-hen! Ho-ho-hen!
Wait, I just realized he went to go grab dick.
Damn, bro. He a gangster, though, in that regard. He was trying to grab it. Hey, check out our Patreon in the link below. You'll have access to uncut and upcoming reactions, skits, behind-the-scenes footage, and so much more. Your support goes a long way to helping us with more reactions and original content. Also, thanks for subbing. Set the bell for notifications. Your boy YaBoyRockLee. Hey, if y'all not subscribed, go ahead and do so. Stein Gate starting now. What's going on, everybody? It's Rock. It's Hood Hohen.
The director nasty.
Jumping into the Steins Gate reaction. So the last couple episodes, well, the last episode was a huge fucking episode, man. Huge episode. So we trusted Ferris. Not we trusted, cause we didn't trust
nobody who was asking to send these emails, bro.
You know, by the way, we'd fit in with this crew. Oh, you know, everyone is quirky.
We would.
Yeah, I would, and I would be on the team. Don't trust anybody.
Yo, I'm like, yo, who?
Hey, yo, that would sound like a good idea.
Yo, we can't be letting these niggas send these emails, bro. Like, you need to control, because you got to realize every world line jump, if you're the only person who remembers, you're the one suffering for all these people world line jumps, bro. You actually said something actually very important when you said control in the world of science, right? If you don't know what's being sent, thank you. Thank you. In the world of, you have to know what was sent. You're supposed to know what changed. And how you gonna measure your results if you don't know what was added? Because hypothetically, if something changed or didn't change, and you're trying to figure out, well, what's the difference between the messages? What's the key? You don't know. And we've experienced that because they were figuring out how much characters they could do. They figured out little nuances of the messages. So if you don't know what's being sent, other than just doing a favor, because we also know Hood Hohen. I actually call him Hood Hohen. Hohen. I'm Hood Hohen. Anyways, when he did it for Ferris, because he wanted something. Which even then, I'm like, yo, the cost, you like, the weight,
well,
bro,
if you change things and the person doesn't remember that they made a deal with you, how you gonna get it? You know, that wasn't really thought out on that part.
I'm gonna hit you some.
But I think he was operating on desperation. He was so desperate to get that computer back from the shrine. He was just, okay, what do I gotta do?
But I feel like at this point, because you already got through CERN and all that, is the computer still that important? They already hacked. Maybe in this timeline didn't hack and they don't know the information. No, he still knows. Wait, what do they still need the computer for?
I don't know. He just noticed he's supposed to have it and it was gone.
Yeah, fair.
And there's still some, I don't know. Yeah, I'll end up hypothesizing wrong. I don't know why we still need the computer at this point, but the point was
he did a lot to try and get it back.
Yeah, and it's rare. And I had it and now I don't have it. I want it back. You know? Anyways, let's jump into this reaction, guys. If you guys are not subscribed, go ahead and do so. The full reaction, the full discussion, it's going to be on our Patreon. Also, check out our schedules in the description. It's in the pinned comment. Has our full inventory of reactions right there at the bottom. And it also has our upcoming reactions. If you don't like what's upcoming, since it's upcoming, use the suggestion feature on the same website and suggest something different. We'll see what happens.
Hit the bell for notifications because we post content daily and you don't want to miss out.
Let's jump into Steins Gate starting now. The Maid Queen is gone.
There is no Maid Queen.
Oh, yes. Wow, that's a completely different thing. Yes, that's key. It's like, yeah, they're fated to have a relationship, almost. Even though I don't necessarily know fate is the answer. We're gonna get it scientifically. Divergence.
That made her die, bro. Look at her.
Ah, okay.
He just made that up, right? Okay.
I really believe them.
Oh, we gotta go through this again?
No, I don't think everyone knows. He just said something inappropriate.
Or wait. What if she's actually a girl in this one?
She's about to cry.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
No! Please, God Almighty!
No!
Ho Hen! Ho Hen!
Yo! They found the world line where what? Yo! Ho! Wait, they add up? No, they don't add up. What? I was tortured.
Dude, that was highly inappropriate, bro.
It was, but like, I can't defend them. I want to say it's not.
I don't have a
fault.
problem with his comment, but when he went to go grab her and then prove it, I'm like, bro.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
But how else was he supposed to find out?
You don't need to prove it. That's not something you need to prove.
To find out you're in a different world line, though? You're right. I gotta watch it.
For science, Dirk.
For science, though, nigga, come on! For science!
Nah.
At least he got punished. Wait, I just realized he went to go grab dick.
Damn, bro. He a gangster, though, in that regard. He was trying to grab a dick. He wasn't even trying to grab nothing else.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, shit.
Oh, boy.
Listen to his laugh.
That
You're
laugh,
a good
bro.
person, you know that?
I'm about killing you.
He is a good person, even with all
He
the
is.
stuff.
They'll use your sentimentality.
You really are a mad scientist.
Now we can say Rika's best girl.
Yeah, Rika is best girl. Look at that. See, I'm a true believer. I was with it before the change. Well, now this is over. I would certainly sit on my knees. Christina.
Christina.
I'm watching you. Oh, is the window open? No, it's not.
He closed it. Oh, shit.
What does this mean? Why do you say oh shit?
Jelly! He sent him jelly, bro!
And then that happened while he said that?
No, he sent him a picture of jelly. The Jelly Man experience.
Oh! If it was green, I would have thought something like it. It was red, so I was like, huh?
Red is deadly.
Okay. She's a warrior, she'll want to spicy. CERN is watching. Are you sure? I feel you, shouty. Not time sale. Because of additional funds for the operation. You remember it was the end of the world. I was in church. She likes you, fam. Yo, these women be reaching! He said no,
Damn.
She said, I saved your life. I know she prayed, but dang.
Oh, shit.
Did he move a world line at that age? It seemed like a random ass story.
Seemed like it, but it was not.
Can you boil an egg? I love this girl. Just listening to her talk with some music. What are they making?
Yeah, what?
Oh, apple pie. I cannot watch these people cook.
What is going on?
They are making apple pie, because I saw the... I was like... Tell my parents I love them. What? Do you see her smacking the?
Do you have a mushroom she cut off?
Oh, what did we find there?
No, that's Claymore!
Lies! Oh! Who? Why would someone pull? Why? Whatever. She's slaying that thing over there!
Yeah, she is.
Oh,
No. Oh no.
What?
The vacuum is feature gadget number 5.
What is up? It'll trigger the breaker.
What is going on?
Oh. Oh, she gonna touch something. Oh, he gonna touch something. Oh shit. I see blush in this dark. Oh shit, Christina spitting. I like this. This is dirty talk.
In the dark. Nobody hit the breaker.
Oh my god! Who turned on the breaker? They were so close! They were so close!
I begged him not to! I said leave the breaker out!
Oh my god.
She was not gonna make a move on him.
Nah, she was gonna make a move on this homie.
So is that 11? Wild. They move so many world lines, bro. She likes it. She kind of likes him. Ruka's a girl. Goodbye.
That's the same person that said I'm watching you was part-timer?
I don't believe so, no.
Damn. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Ah, come on. He's a mad scientist.
I said yes! What do I have to fear? Not that my nigga, you control these world lines. I had to listen to him laugh. Uh-oh.
It's not there anymore.
They moved it though. The crater's still there.
Yeah, so look at the decimals, 0.33. The decimals are also important.
0.33, he's outside of divergence.
That means he missed out on his moment with Tina. And maybe he didn't grab homie by the bush. Did one of the presidents say you just gotta grab her by the thing? Did one of our presidents say that? John Teeter? Barrel tighter? That means he knows he wouldn't remember. Wait.
Look at him creeping.
He didn't do enough, but yeah, I was watching him.
Oh.
Butterfly effect. That was the symbolism, right? That's how you read it? Shit is crazy. This is crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, this episode was crazy. First of all, they moved on with the whole...
So much.
I gotta ask the question, man. How do you change a sex under this situation?
Hear me out.
Notice I didn't say gender. I said sex.
Hear me out. It's one of two running theories, right? It's either when you send these D-mails, right? It can be a cache of information that you're sending back, right? So every time a world line is switched, it will try to find the burst world line of all the D-mails you've sent. That's ideal, right? Or it could just be random world line switch in this world line for everything to fit. This happens to be the one where Ruka is a girl. It's either completely random and that just happened to be the world line they picked to fit most closely, or it's a rack up of everything else going on. The only reason I don't think it's a rack up of everything else is because then the Lotto thing would have happened. We don't know what's going on with Ferris's dad, if he's still around, even though Ruka is a girl now. So it's kind of tough. How do these world lines and how do these deviations pile up on the top of each other? Because once you find a world line that fits one and you send another one, is it trying to fit your most recent world line or your original world line, or just whichever world line that you want to go to where this next thing matters? It's fucked.
Yeah, it's heavily fucked. I do believe, like you said, all the D-mails are... I think did you just say all the D-mails are stacked on each other, basically?
That's one running theory, because, you know, you do one, once that change happens, it becomes your new world line. So even though you send another D-mail, it still has to keep in mind the last world line that you're leaving to find something that matches that information along with the new one. Agreed. So that's why I said it could be adding up, but not the way that we're thinking. Maybe the results are adding up, but not necessarily what's in the D-mail. That's actually a better explanation. The results, so like the lotto one.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Because that's not what I was saying, but then you said it, and I was like, oh no. So that one makes sense.
So like this is what I would say. So hypothetically, right, you could send a D-mail, right, to tell yourself not to send the last D-mail, right? That action could happen. However, there still is a line that you sent that D-mail in. So even if you try to tell yourself not to send that D-mail, it still will exist perpetually in some type of line. And it might have to mesh these things together. Did I say that clearly?
Yeah, that's why I'm making this face. That's messy. That's very messy, bro. That's messy.
Because in order
like the fucking footballer type shit, man.
One thing to always kind of think about, and Steins can do whatever the hell they want, but in order to send yourself a D-mail, to not send yourself a D-mail, that means it needed to have existed in the first place before you send that D-mail.
The paradox. It's the paradox.
Yeah. I just let it marinate sometimes.
Yeah, because one of those things is like, it's like, because of some time travels, in some time travel cases, they say you can't deal in paradoxes. So in any situation where a paradox would occur or should occur, it would just be a failure of transfer. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just don't know.
Steingate takes care of it by just having a bunch of lines. It's a nice little, what do you call it?
Caveat?
Yeah, I'm not trying to say a scapegoat, but it's a nice little thing to rely on whenever something doesn't work out.
I think caveat is a close word.
Yeah.
I know there's a better word, but it's like yeah, if it doesn't work out, you know, here's our little escape. This is our margin of error.
Yes,
it's
which they literally have built in with the divergent score.
Built in, yeah.
Yes, so it's handled very well, man.
Yeah.
Was I gonna say?
And also, you said something about 0.33, right? 1%? No, 1% would be 1 point.
Oh, it was just that someone on Patreon said that to watch the scores. Because either A, in the beginning of the episode and during the episode,
it's zero. It started at close to 0. I think in episode 1, it was like at 0. So here's the reason why I asked specifically, right? In terms of science, right? Sometimes 1%, if it depends on your scaling. If it's out of 100, then 1.0 would be 1%. However, if it's not like with decimal place, like you said 0.33, if 0.33, depending on the scale you're looking at, that could be counted as 33%. We would be way past divergence. Because like when you look at a calculator, that's why decimal points matter. I'm gonna have to look at it next time.
Okay. Yes. You mean the amount of zeros? Before, like the amount of .0000.
Exactly.
Okay.
So like if you're looking at,
you can see my mind struggling.
I know. From decimals to percentages, right? You multiply by 100, right? So it's like if it's 0.33 times 100 to get a percentage, that's 33%.
You're saying that you don't know if when you see the decimals, if that's already a percentage. There you go.
Or building up to a percentage.
Bro, that's so funny. The way you explained it,
yes, I'm sorry.
What?
Are we looking at 0.33%, or am I supposed to multiply that 0.33 by 100? And we're at 33%. Thank you. I knew I wasn't saying it right, but I was like, I don't know how to formulate this
saying it wrong, but there's always a simpler way.
A simpler way to say it. I knew I was taking the long route. Long route.
I don't know if we're looking at percentage.
I don't know if I'm looking at
convert to a percentage.
Exactly. I don't know if I'm looking at 0.33%, so we didn't hit 1% yet, or am I looking at 0.33 times 100 to get the percentage, and it's actually at 33% divergence, and we're way off the fucking rails.
I'm going to assume.
I kind of feel like we're way off the fucking rails, man.
I'm going to assume that it's 0.33%, right?
I'm going to assume that too, but if it's 33, it won't surprise me either.
Because it would just
off the rails. Ruka don't got no thing no more, right? And our timer just told us that her dad is a titer, not John Titer, Barrel Titer, which is...
No, that always makes sense.
Always makes sense.
Because you were talking about she's from the future or something like that, so I'm going to say she's been connected with the Titers since the beginning.
Yeah, and that's why she don't like Christina.
Oh.
Yeah. And then now, yeah, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot.
Yeah.
This episode was a lot. I don't know about you, but I feel like each episode, it started with little breadcrumbs. And now this whole episode, there's so many things to catch in this episode to let you know that things are fucking, it's off, bro. We're freebasing right now.
That's why I'm glad you even said that, even to end my point. Like, when I was like, don't do it, right? I was like, no, don't do it. But I was like, but you're a mad scientist.
But you're a mad scientist.
And then he's like, I'm a mad scientist. Doing all that. Because sometimes there's like, for me to want him to do anything else, in itself implies that I don't understand the meaning of the show. This nigga's a mad scientist,
He's a mad
bro.
scientist. He's just gonna do it.
That's like telling the Joker to stop killing people. He's the Joker. What are you talking about? Joker's about to kill some innocent kid. Like, no, Joker, don't do it. Have a heart. That's what I was saying. He's a mad scientist. I was like, oh, shit, you're a mad scientist. There's something here for it. You know what I mean? He said it, and he did his own evil laugh.
Yeah.
But that tells me he knows he's doing some fucked up shit, and that's why he has to convince himself, but I'm a mad scientist. And play his character. It's a very good series.
I think they just told us the ending of this show. Can I be honest? Random shot in the dark. End of the show, he realizes how much he fucked up all this. So he sends a D-mail somehow to get him back to the world now where he's a kid and he has a fever.
I like it.
Just random shot in the dark.
Cause I was waiting for it to, in the last video, I said I'm waiting for it to circle to episode 1.
You did.
But I like yours. Now fuck episode 1. We're going all the way back to when he was a kid. Cause that's also an important thing too. He had a headache when he was a kid. What happened? I'm waiting for a full circle. One way or another.
I was listening. He's like, wait, that's the same kind of fever. And I remember the same kind of thing when I was switching world lines. I was like, boop, there it is. Yeah.
You know, I'm going to say something also kind of crazy. Him going all the way back to him being as a kid, right? Is interesting because we tried to change this. Well, we did. We successfully changed the sex. So just compounding all this information together. Because in one sense, he's already did this world line, but he just has to get to it. Does that make sense what I just said?
Yeah.
The future has already happened, but you still have to live through it. So it's crazy to see what potential things they can blend to get this to make sense. Because right now, we made theories, but it still doesn't make sense how she don't have a dick anymore. Okay, that still doesn't make sense anymore. Unless there's surgery. That don't make sense right now. Unless we potentially get back to him being a kid. And then, remember, we tried to tell the mom to eat healthy or eat vegetables. Then what else could happen potentially? I'm waiting for a big tie-in. I'm not even trying to joke around this dick thing, but that's literally...
No, it's a massive issue.
Or is it a massive issue? But yeah, it's a big thing.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
It's no little thing to laugh at.
Yes.
It's not to be taken lightly.
No.
Yeah. Put it in your mouth. Okay, I'm done. Okay, I'm good. But no, in all seriousness, yeah, it's major. It's major because
that's what she said. Michael Scott all over this video, by the way, all over this video. He's having the ball. That's what she said. I'm done too.
I can't continue. We can't continue.
Yeah.
Nothing I say. It causes problems. That's what she said.
It causes problems, man. I think I'll get rid of that shit.
Yeah, that's a major alteration of the past that it's impossible to ignore or get over, because if you can affect it to that levels, there's nothing you can't affect.
That dick is bigger than the whole city being changed. To me.
Yes, because at least we could explain why the city changed. The thing for me, the reason it's a major issue is because it's not the last thing we tried to change. That's what it is for me.
That's why
when the city changed, we saw the direct correlation. It was direct. Ferris said, "I want my daddy back." We come back, cities change because Ferris no longer wants to bring cute into the city. With Ruka, on the change with Ruka goes from...
It's kind of random right now. But we saw that there was a world line where we tried to do that.
We tried to do it. It didn't work. This world line, it just so happened to work.
And they still haven't won the lotto yet.
I'm not even worried about the lotto one. I still think
the
it's
only reason I mentioned that, because I'm trying to figure out the pattern. Like, for example, is it every other world line?
No.
It's already no.
I am very much operating under the guise right now that because the world line they were currently in, right, was one where they did try to change Ruka. And then they made another world line change. It still kept the previous change in effect. I think that's how it works. If you can erase a D-mail, if you could erase, or you find or if it's a failed change, right? I think if it's a failed change, it gets like, I don't want to say it gets saved, but everybody knows it's a failed change. So that's still canon, for lack of a better term. So if you try to jump another world line later, because you still try to attempt that change in this world line, it's still gonna be like, oh, if I can find a world line with both, why not?
Truth. I also think about it as you were explaining. Remember Mr. Willy Wonka's chocolate factory? How he shrinked the homie and sent him to whatever, and they're like, yo, where is he right now? And there's that stuff like floating around. Like when you try to do the D-mail thing, I imagine that code, that wave energy is still floating around.
It's still floating around. It's just like, if I can find a world line to make that work, I got you.
So
it'd be funny, let's say in like 2 or 3 more world line changes, they're not even living in the same apartment. They have a real lab because they did win the money at some point. Ruka still got the change. Ferris still got her daddy. Like there could be a world line where everything worked out perfectly and now he's really legitimately the organization. And he's trying to stop himself from the future. I just came up with that. That's probably a throwaway too, but still funny.
I like it. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching our Steins reaction. If you guys are not subscribed, go ahead and do so. Full discussion. What the fuck? What do I say? Full reaction and discussion is going to be on our Patreon.
Look at you just switch world lines on me? Which world line is this?
Check out schedules in the description. It's in the pinned comment.
What'd you put in the D-mail? Okay.
He just checked to see if he still has his cock. Yeah, also check out schedules in the description and the pinned comment. It has a full inventory of reactions and upcoming reactions. So check it out. If you don't like what's upcoming, then use the suggested feature on that website. And then suggest something else.
Hit the bell for notifications because we post content daily and you don't want to miss out.
YaBoyRockLee,
the director.
Out. Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on, guys? Your boy YaBoyRockLee. Hey, if you haven't already, go ahead and give us a follow on this Twitch channel. Appreciate you guys' support.
Janet. Wait, I'm gonna laugh. Okay. If you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel, click on the bell for notifications, and check out our Patreon for full and upcoming reactions.